Hey everyone, it's Tori from Calypso Creative Planning here with a new video, and it is time for a brand new month, and that means a brand new freebie for my mailing list. And this time around it is a vision board or mood board guide, and I'm going to show you what you get and how you're going to use it. So these are all the things that you get, and this is the tutorial for the Procreate guide. So make sure you check the links in the description for everything that you need. So stick around. Okay, so when you open up your Procreate file that comes along with this freebie, you'll see there's a group for shapes and a group for the instructions. I've written out the instructions so that you can reference that, so you don't have to look back at the video over and over again, but I'm going to walk you through this and show you how it's done. So we're going to start out by checking these instruction layers. You get the reference image and the written instructions, but we're going to turn those off and we're going to look at these individual shapes. Each of these shapes are on their own layer, so you can go through here and turn them on and off so you can see which one is which, so you know where you're going to put your images. So each one is numbered and it's easy to reference those, but you can just turn them off and turn them on to see where they're at. So we're going to start by putting in a picture. I went ahead and created an album on my iPad of photos that I wanted to use for this board. So I'm just going to pull from there, and I'm going to take my image and I'm going to put it in the roundabout area where I know it wants, where I want it to go. And I'm going to click on the layer and choose clipping mask. So now it clips it to that shape, and then I can move it around to get it to the exact placement that I want. And so I'm going to go through and do this for each layer, and just make sure that you put it on, when you put it in, you put it above the shape that you want it to go in, so you can move that around. Now, here's one thing. If you put it in and you put it too far off the canvas, you can't get that part of the image that you lost. So that's what I did here. So I'm going to get out of this and I'm going to undo to get it back to this original placement. And I'm going to go ahead and turn the clipping mask on and then move it around, because like I said, once you move it off that canvas, you've lost whatever part of the image was off. So I'm going to just place this around, and then I'm going to do it for the next one down. And if you select the layer that you want this image to come in above, then you won't have to move it once you bring it in, if that makes sense. But if you put it in the wrong spot, you can always move it around. So see, once again, I'm just resizing to get the roundabout placement that I want, to get it where I like it. And I'm going to go through here and I'm going to speed this up a little bit so that you get the general idea, but you're just putting in the layers, turning the clipping mask on, and just moving them around in the area, resizing it so you get the look that you want. It's really simple. So this is my last one here for the picture, so I'm going to slow back down to real time, and I think this will be a great title placement. So that's kind of what I was thinking for that. And we're going to do something a little bit different for these little squares down the side. We're going to fill those with color. We're going to paint those. And there's a few different ways that you can do that. But for this, I'm going to show you how to add a layer above. And we're going to go ahead and turn the clipping mask on. And then you can select the color that you want. I'm going to go with this pink. And then select the brush that you want. So this is fun if you want like a certain brush texture to give you a little image there, a different like spot of color. And I'm using the monoline brush, but I'm going to go in and I'm going to click it and turn down the streamlining so it's not as smooth and I can just fill it in a little quicker. So see, now it's a fun little patch of color that matches the color scheme, and I'm going to do this for the rest of these. You can also select the layer and tell it to fill the color in that same little pop-out box that you get. But I'm doing this because I want to use this brush. I have a few different texture brushes I could use, but I'm just using just a simple monoline brush. But I'm going to speed through some of these so that you don't have to sit here and watch me do all of this. Ignore my notifications. Just go through and do this for these other ones. And okay, so this is my last one. And then we're going to look at playing around with the background. So as you can see, it's a complete board, but we're going to play around with the background. If you go to the background color layer and click on it, then you can play around with different colors until you get the look that you want. Now, if you're going to insert this in your planner as with no background, then you would just uncheck the background color, and then when you save it as a PNG so you get that transparent background so you won't have any border. So it's just up to you how you want to use it. But I'm going to go with this dark navy blue color, I think. But I noticed that I have a few little areas where I missed some colors, so I'm going to quickly fix that. And there you go. But I think I want to change my background again. So it's really easy. You just click on the background color and then you can choose that. So I don't know if I want to do a white or this light pink. I'm going to go with the light pink for now. See how I like that. And there you go. It's complete. You can just go up here and say share, and you can share it in whatever format you want, and you're done. Here's another option if you want to add in a few other elements. I'm just opening up a sticker sheet that I have in GoodNotes, and I'm using the lasso tool to select and copy, and then I'm going to paste this in here, and it's going to paste it in its own layer. So you don't have to worry about creating another layer to put this on. When you paste it in, it pastes it on its own layer. So I'm going to grab a few of these. This is from the Luxe Book Beast Mode sticker set. So it's all workout. This is very health oriented, workout oriented type of vision board here. So that's why I'm pulling in these things. Hydrate, you got to get your hydration. And I have an idea for this Beast Mode sticker. So I'm going to pull it in and I'm going to add it to this little pink title section. I think it would be a great title section. You could put anything there. You can also add text in Procreate if you want to. I'm not doing that for this one, but you can. But I think I'm going to do a little something else with this. So I'm going to insert another layer, and I'm going to choose an airbrush with the white color. And this layer is underneath this Beast Mode sticker. So I'm just going to brush around it so it kind of looks like it's backlit. Think of like a sign on a wall, and it's like lit from behind. That's kind of what I'm going for with this. So it just gives a little something else that makes it pop on this pink. Just, another way to make this your own. But I think I also want to add some shadows behind these other stickers. So I'm going to add another layer, change my color to a darker gray. And I'm going to come in here and I'm just going to draw with the same airbrush. I'm going to draw a little bit of shadow in here so you get a little something. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't really like that, so I think I'll undo that. But just draw just a little something, just so it gives it a little more dimension there. And then I'm going to take this layer that I did and I'm going to move it underneath that other circle sticker so that I can, on that same layer, add shadow there. Just so it has like a little bit of definition, not a lot, just a little, just so it pops a little. And I think I want to grab this heart too. Now I will say this, if you try to grab 2 at a time, they will come in on one layer. So if you only want one, only do one. Pull them in one at a time. Otherwise, it's going to be all in the same layer, and then you'll either have to be stuck with it like that, or you'll have to separate those. So I'm going to grab this little blue heart. It's really cute. And I'm going to do that same thing that I did with the beast mode sticker, and I'm going to add the white around it so it looks a little bit lit, just for like a fun little bit. And it matches the white of my border since I did change that to white. And now I'm going to take this layer and move it down, and then I'm just going to merge them down so that all of my shadows and highlights are on that same layer, so I don't have to worry about that. And there you go. Let's see, is there anything else I want to add? Oh, I think I want to get these headphones. These headphones are cute, so I'm going to grab those and add those in here somewhere. Let's see. I'm just using the transform tool so that I can move it around and rotate it and shift it a bit. So I'm going to stick it here. So I think that will be nice. So what do you guys think? I think this works. It's a fun little thing. You can add other little details to it and make it your own, and just do whatever you like.